Aside from having his mommy go to a city council meeting last week and basically demand that they put up signs congratulating her son, nobody seems to know where in the hell J.D. Vance is. And I'm not talking about they don't know where his headspace is right now, they're just not sure where he is mentally or emotionally. I'm literally talking about physically. People inside Trump world and other conservatives don't know where J.D. Vance physically is. This past weekend, Donald Trump traveled to France, right? The reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. And instead of bringing J.D. Vance with him, he instead brought Elon Musk. You know, the first buddy, as they're calling him. The guy that's going to co-run the Department of Government Efficiency, because nothing says government efficiency like having two people do the job of one person. But Elon Musk has been by Donald Trump's side since the election, and most conservatives have no idea where J.D. Vance has been since the election. Let's face it, the guy is basically a ghost at this point. Where the hell is he? We do know, I will say, at one point, Donald Trump did give J.D. Vance a very important job to do. And I'm proud to say that it's a job that J.D. Vance has failed spectacularly with doing. Because once Donald Trump started making his nominations, people like Pete Hegseth, people like Matt Gaetz, it was J.D. Vance's job to go back to the Senate, because he's still a sitting senator, and convince all these Republicans that you have to support these people. And instead of actually being successful with that, we're actually seeing more Republican opposition to Donald Trump's potential picks and his current picks than we were before. So the one thing that Donald Trump gave J.D. Vance to do just fell apart and made things even worse. But that was before Thanksgiving. And ever since then, where's he been? Let me point out another fact. Republicans are really pissed off right now that Democrats in the Senate are able to get President Biden's judicial appointments confirmed. We're getting some judges. We're getting things done in these last few months. And Republicans have said the reason for this is because, we've got a lot of Republicans that aren't coming to work to vote. For example, Ted Cruz missed a vote where they could have blocked a Democrat judge but didn't. Ted Cruz missed it because he was back in Texas with Donald Trump and Elon Musk for the launch of a SpaceX rocket. Now, J.D. Vance was not present at that launch, but he also wasn't in the Senate either. He has missed multiple votes, multiple chances to block these judges from being confirmed, but he's not showing up for work. So he's not showing up for work. He's not hanging around Donald Trump. He's not traveling with him. He's clearly not convincing Republicans in the Senate to support Trump's nominees. So I'll end this the same way I began it. Where in the hell is J.D. Vance? Because nobody seems to know. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.